All right, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Shalom to all the hopeful elect brothers that's doing the work of the Lord in sincerity and in truth. Now, Lord will is going to be a quick lesson, a quick and edifying lesson going into AI and how the end, like the advancement of AI, which is from these devils, these wicked leaders of the world, from these different governments, starting with the elites, namely Edomites, first and foremost Edomites, because they rule the world under the vibration of Satan. They're gonna use AI to accuse the men of the Lord, and and AI is bringing forth the the technocracy, the tech revolution, or they call it the fourth industrial revolution. And I'm a I'm gonna get into it. But first, this picture that you see has the name of the Lord on it. On the top is Yahweh, which is the Most High's name, meaning He to be in the Hebrew. Yah meaning He, Hawa meaning to be, and then Bahasham means in the name in the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, and on the bottom is Yahweh Shai, which meaning He delivers. Yah meaning He, and Hawa Shai meaning delivers. And that's the Lord's namesake, who the world ignorantly calls the J word, JC, Jesus, which is not His name. His name in the ancient Hebrew, because he's a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Today, the tribe of Judah are the so-called African Americans, right? They're not the small hats in the land of Israel. It's not them. Now, that's a name that we must call upon to be saved and delivered in the times to come. That's a name that we gotta call on for protection in the time of trouble and during the hour of temptation. And we will make it if we're part of the elect, because the Lord is coming back to save the elect, not all of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, but the elect of Israel. Now, I'm gonna go to this. Wait a minute. Let me first get a scripture. Um, let's see, Jacob's. No. Let me just get Daniel. And I get these scriptures, like the same couple scriptures. I've been getting them for the past couple of months because it's prophecy. And prophecies come to pass. So, brother's videos is like, you could say, a broken record. The same scriptures just keep on popping up because it those prophecies written thousands. So, okay, those prophecies written thousands of years ago is coming to pass right now in today's time. So we have to speak about it because we're watchmen, and we have to warn our people. We have to warn the people, period, of the up and coming destruction and before that the time of trouble. Daniel 12:4 says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end." And right now we're at the time of the end. We're at the last days. We're at the end of the end. where Esau is going down. But before that, we have to enter into a time of trouble, which is Jacob's trouble. And once that's finished, once you go through the hour of temptation, and once this place gets judged, Yahushua comes back and and beams up the elect, and Babylon is destroyed. Then comes the rule of the Israelites under Yahushua. But right now, we're in the time of the end. We're the last days. The end times prophecies are coming to pass now, especially dealing with the mark. Even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Yeah, first and foremost, talking about the knowledge of the truth. Our people have been brought back to the Most High, right? Not all of our people, because 2/3 won't make it, but our people are waking up to the fact that they're Israelites, and that they're not black or so-called Latino or so-called Native Indian, that they're Israelites. And some of us that woke up are actually calling on the true name of Yahweh and Yahushai, names of Yahweh and Yahushai. And within that, you have to have the correct doctrine. You have to actually believe in the right things. Because just because you're Israelite and have the name of the Lord, that don't mean you're going to be saved. You have to actually believe in the right things and teach the right things. Because if you teach the people lies, that's murder. And we know what the judgment for murder is. The blood is going to be upon your hands. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So knowledge shall be increased. The truth is definitely the truth is definitely been increased, meaning a lot of people are woken up to the fact that they're Israelites all around the world, through the help of the internet, starting with our apostles and elders. They've been preaching for decades and years, and then they started posting videos on the YouTube, and you had Daily Motion, of course, too. And through that, a lot of brothers and also sisters woke up to the truth. And there's camps all over the world, camps in Europe and South America, Mexico, Canada, the West Indies. There's camps all over the world. But I'm going to read it again. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So, dealing with technology, you can relate this to technology being increased. Because technology is dealing with knowledge and skill. Because back in the ancient times, there was no such thing as AI. Even though AI is witchcraft, back then, those witches and warlocks were not able to use technology to deceive the people. They use actual witchcraft. But this is on a whole nother level. This witchcraft is on a whole nother level. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So you have a phone. The phone that I'm recording on right now is an iPhone, right? And it's basically a computer that's in your pocket, right? Everything is on the phone. That they have something called a digital ID that Apple just verified and sealed that you could use to basically travel, to upload your documents on there, namely the passport. So that is going into the mark, the MOTB, because everything that's on your phone, which you use your phone for everything. Everything is digital. Everything that's on your phone is gonna be imported or shifted or transferred to the MOTB, to the mark. So they're already preparing people to put everything on your phone, put all your records, money, dealing with buying and selling is the main thing, to make it digital, to where you can live in this digital prison with no privacy, right? They could track everything, right? Monitor everything, right? So that when they switch to the MOTB, you're already in the system. Digital Apple. Apple's digital ID for passports is a feature in Apple Wallet that allows users to securely store and present their US passport information for identity verification on iPhone or Apple Watch. That was recent. So now you could actually use it. You could go to the airport and use it. You could use a digital ID at the airport, and no one's gonna look at you weird. Like, why are you doing this? No, everyone's okay with it because they they verified it. You know, they 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 made it legal. You know, so AI is a part of that knowledge being increased. And I'm gonna play the video that I took from I screen recorded a video, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna go and get some scriptures and finish the lesson.
AI image generation just got a lot more powerful last week. This is a photo I took of myself on my phone. Based on that image, Google's Nano Banana can produce this image. 1 week ago, this was about the most realistic that AI could pull off. But Nano Banana Pro was released last week, and now this is where we are. Here's another example. This was the cutting edge as of November 19th. But with Nano Banana Pro's release on November 20th, this is now the cutting edge. People used to talk about how it was important for us to
So knowledge increase. Knowledge has been rapidly and what's the word I'm looking for? The words are exponentially. Like, it has been multiplying basically by itself, multiplied at a rapid pace, increasing like a lot. So let's go back to the photo. This was a cutting edge as of November 19th.
But with Nano
So
Banana,
basic, right? That was AI. So she took a photo and then she uploaded it to the Google Nano Banana, right? And then the image it generated looked okay. It was fine, but you could still see that it's AI. But look at this one. It looks real. This you can't, like, it's hard to tell what's AI and what's not AI anymore. That's how like real it is. But with Nano Banana Pros released on November 20th, this is now. So Pro release on November 20th, this is now the
on November 20th, this is now the cutting edge. People use
cutting edge. That means that pretty soon it's going to be hard to tell what's fake and what's not fake. But it's still a lie. It's not reality. It's false. These are not real. She didn't take these images. It's fake. It's computer generated by AI. This is all ones and zeros compacted into an image. You know, this is ones and zeros that's compacted into an image generated by AI. That's it. But knowledge,
tell an AI generated image from a real one. People for the last few years have viewed this as important AI fluency that we need to develop. We are past that. That was a short-lived era that is now over. It's done. We can't tell the difference anymore. Maybe if it's a critical photo that needs to be admitted as evidence in court, okay, we're not quite there yet. We're not at the point where you can't admit photos and videos as evidence in court. But as far as casual viewing of images, we're done. Videos, there's still enough tells that it might be worthwhile. I don't think it is. But you could argue that it's still worthwhile to develop your fluency in being able to identify an AI generated video versus a real.
All right, so I'm gonna get some other scriptures and finish the video. Basically, she's saying that with the improvement of that Google AI software, it's hard or it's gonna be nearly impossible to tell the difference between something that's AI generated and something that's actually real. 2 Thessalonians 2:9 says, 2 Thessalonians 2:9 says, well, that's the scripture I've been looking for. That's it right there. Let me just bookmark this. That's the important notes. Where's the other one? Okay, that's it. Now this is second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 9. Even him, which that him is the wicked. Because when you go up verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. The wicked is a so-called white man, the Edomites, starting with their elites, like their top rulers. The top rulers of the world are not these government rulers. They're not these world rulers of the world. Is not the president of the U.S. or Babylon. It's not UK not UK Parliament prime ministers. Like it's above them. You know, they rule in the dark because that's their power, secrecy. The elites, the elite banking families, right? Then it trickles down to the world rulers and the governments, you know, the rulers of these different countries and so forth. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, because Esau rules the world under the vibration of Satan. They're gonna use AI for wickedness. You know, they're gonna use AI to turn this place into a digital satanic prison, along with the MOTB. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. So with all power and signs and lying wonders, right? Lying wonders. Let me get that. Lying wonders. Lying, a lie, conscious and intentional falsehood. In a broad sense, whatever is not what it seems to be. So look at this. It's not what it seems to be. It's a lie. And they're going to use that to accuse people. You know? They're going to use it to accuse the men of the Lord. Which actually regular people have been doing that. They've been making fake AI generated videos of brothers, you know, of men that teach the scriptures, you know. They've been creating fake AI videos. It's really like weird and demonic. This is a lie. It's not true. It's not what it seems to be. It looks real, but it's not true. It's fake. It's a lie. So lying wonders. Let me get the word for wonder. A prodigy, portent, miracle. So it's a miracle. Look at this. Can you imagine telling someone, in the 80s, that they would have technology like this? They'll actually look at you like how they looked at like how they looked at possible witches back back during like the Salem witch hunts. You know, if you did anything suspicious and you were a woman, they classified you as a witch. Which there's more to it. There's way more to it, but it's just an example. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Let me get Revelation 16 and 4. Revelation 16 and 4 or 14. Revelation 16 and 14 says, "For they are the spirits of devils working miracles." Devil is going into a liar, slanderer, deceiver. And this is deception. It's a lie, it's not real. A lying wonder, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the great battle of that great day of the Most High Power Almighty. So the nations of the earth is gonna be gathered together. All the armies of the world, they're gonna gather together in the Middle East for the great day of the Lord, the battle of Armageddon, and that in the Hebrew Armageddon, mount of troops. All the world's armies are gonna gather there for WW3. Again, another scripture, Revelation 12 and 10. Revelation 12 and 10 says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down." Who's the accuser? The Edomites, the wicked. Who's in power of Babylon the Great? Babylon the Great, code word for the U.S. Who's in power of the EU, of NATO? Esau, ultimately. We're living in the revival Roman Empire. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, our brethren, meaning Israelites, which accuse them before our power day and night. And this is the tool or device that they're going to use to do it. First, a couple of years ago, it's called deepfake. But now they replaced that deepfake machine learning with AI generated images, AI generated videos, which is a lot easier for your average common person to do. Because when it first came out, you had to know how to code to be able to do like deep fake. You had to be like, basically you had to do a lot more work. You had to be computer or tech savvy. But now your average person could go on an AI video or app and generate something that's fake using text or using image or video that's already available. And you type in the prompt, tell them how you want the video to look or the image to look, what you want the actions of the video to be, what you want the people or things to be doing in the video, and that's it. Lying wonders. And that's the end of the lesson, But the Lord got us, though. The Lord got us. Lord will, our brothers endure to the end. That's the lesson, This is all gonna revolve around the MOTB as well, because to be a part of the prison, to be a part of the digital prison, you're you're gonna be you're gonna need the MOTB, or else you're gonna be cut off. You won't be able to buy or sell, meaning no food, no nothing. Possibly no shelter. But the Lord got us. The brothers that believe on Yahweh Shema Shai in truth. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Shema Shai, Ba'Shem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.